All right. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, everyone, good day, everyone. I'm Shiro Tamaya, your resident Coyote Phantom Thief, at your service. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm finally back in my second home, aka the dorms. Our son insists I have school, and I don't enjoy school, but you know, gotta deal with it. Hello, Milky, Tomato Cat, and Sven. Hello, welcome. I hope all of you are doing well. I also hope that you guys can hear the BGM. I've been adjusting settings like crazy, trying to be able to hear everything and hear my donations. I couldn't hear my donations last stream. I should be able to hear them this time. I better be able to hear them this time. I may have to edit the stuff in the mixer again, which is a pain in the butt. Alright, you can hear the BGM, that's awesome. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they're set to monitor and output. It may double up on audio, so I'll definitely be asking for input during the stream. Hopefully everything's fine. But I hope all of you are doing well. First stream of 2022. My year so far has been starting pretty well. Been kind of busy. As you guys know, I'm working on my Envy Baby cover. Oh yeah, and also my new mic. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I did get a new mic recently, and I think it sounds great. I really loved it. I can hear my own voice through my headphones, because my headphones actually plug into my mic, so I can monitor myself. And it makes it easier to hear my own voice and how it sounds and whatnot, but I have had some issues, so one update, unfortunately, I don't know when I'll be able to do a karaoke stream in the future, because for some reason, my mic doesn't want to pick up singing. It lags, and it gets very confused. I've tried fixing it with delays and stuff, because, you know, with audio, you have to sometimes put like millisecond delays to line up everything. But I did that, and it still didn't fix the issue. So it might just be the type of plugin with this mic, but that's fine. I can still record music and stuff, so that'll be my focus in that case. Since I can't do karaoke streams, I will do my utmost to deliver the best music content that I can. With Envy Baby being the first thing on the list, it's nearly done. The video is the last thing I need to get completed, and I've been in contact with the person I'm planning on commissioning, and they're going to look over some stuff before they tell me like exactly what they're gonna do. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been listening to the mix over and over again, and it sounds so good, and I'm really hoping this one does well, because I put a stupid amount of work into this. It's like a 2-minute song, but I put probably 210% into it. I feel like I overworked on this one, but I wanted this to sound as good as possible, especially since a lot of people liked the King cover, and I really enjoyed doing it. It was a really fun, quick project, and the mix could be better, the rap could be better, all of it. But do you plan to do singing with friends in the future? Well, I mean, I have done a collab with Athena Nightingale. If you haven't checked out Cendrillon, please check it out. Also, check out Athena Nightingale's channel, please. Athena is a great singer. She deserves lots and lots of support, as well as her being a VTuber as well. She does amazing streams, really fun, really enjoyable. Best owl. But as for other collabs, I do have some things in mind. everyone's busy, but I have a bunch of future project ideas, as well as things that I have already kind of arranged, but it's a matter of when we're all available. Athy, it's pretty pog, yeah. Indeed, Milky. But yes, I'm working on having some things arranged. There are some people I actually want to recontact soon about doing music collabs. And there's some people I've never reached out to that I kind of want to try to reach out to. A little over ambitious for some of them, but you know, it's always worth a shot. And I want to get more out of my comfort zone and really start trying to actively work on talking to more people. And yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of people that I know me now thanks to the collab with Athy, and I want to get to know them better. There are some people who have followed me on Twitter that I don't know why they followed me, but I want to get to know them better as well. I would like to get to know everyone better. And I think that's another one of my goals for 2022 is just to make more friends, talk to more people, get more involved, and try to just reach out and do as much as I can. Though at the very least for now, this Beyond Envy Baby, I have one cover that I know is I'm going to do because Glimmy Cat said so I'm doing it. The one after Envy Baby will be Daybreak and Fireflies, and that song is by Nbuna. I've always loved that song. I'm planning on doing it as an English cover because that's how I know the song the best. That'll be my next one after Envy Baby is released. I need to actually start working on that one soon. Get the recordings set up and figure out video stuff and whatnot. But anyways. Katawa Shoujo, finally back. It's been a long time. I'm looking forward to finally being able to get back into this game. Like, when I couldn't stream for so long, it was torturous not to like open this game and start playing it. I wanted to finish the roots so bad, but we're gonna do that today. Let's see how my voice acting sound. It's been a long time, so let's change screens. Woo! Should be my desktop audio. It's a little quiet. Oh, hello, Fresh. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Also, I do apologize for the weird appearance on my screen because Katawa Shoujo has a box-shaped, you know, thing. Can't really do much about that. Actually, do we want to test donal alerts now? Let's actually do that. Before we start, I'm gonna test some alerts and see how they sound. What's the objective? It's a visual novel. It is a romance visual novel. My goal, I will get the true perfect end. I want the happiest end. That is what I desire. I've been working through this. The intro was the long part. I think the roots themselves are the shorter end. Let me see. Okay, let me get the test started. Where is it? Well, you can hear that. And then donation is my other one.
Dono, arigato.
John donated $89. This is a test donation for $89.
Dono, arigato.
John donated $43. This is a test donation for $43.
That should play. I might change it. What is it on? Hold on, that is the one thing, because it might sound extra loud if I have it on monitor and output. I have it on monitor and output. Does that sound extremely loud or no? So the Shiro, where's the real Shiro? There are 50,000 Shiros. You will never find the real one. It echoed? Okay. Let me just change it to monitor only. Or, well. Let me see something. I should still be able to hear it. Oh, actually, no, I can't hear it. Then we'll do...
Dono, arigato.
John donated $38. This is a test donation for $38.
Hopefully that sounds okay. Yes, we're gonna do audio engineering, audio editing before we actually get into the thing, just so everything's completely set up. Hopefully that sounded okay. I have it now set to monitor only. It sound good? Perfect. That's good. Okay. I do apologize for any background noise. I do live in a dormitory, so you may hear people in the background just talking. Please ignore that. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm just checking something real quick. There we go. There's things that I can do to remove background noise, but I have no plugins downloaded for that, but it's fine. Honestly, I don't care. It's what I have to deal with. I will accept it. Okay, one more setting I need to adjust. Move this. Okay, that should be set. Now, shall we finally begin? Where did we leave off? All right. If you didn't know, when I got my new computer, I had to reload every save file I had, which was really annoying. So I saved the game just how I did before and got my location back. So I I will admit I kind of forgot where we were, but we'll figure it out slowly but surely. The tint of the room slowly changes from the shine of the afternoon to the orange of dusk. A clock lazily ticks away the seconds, counting in the background, on the verge of hearing. But no matter how long I wait, the outcome cannot be changed. The diminutive playing piece makes a small click against the board. Oh yeah, we were playing chess against Hanako, I believe. Like a wound spring, Hanako makes her move only moments after mine. It's embarrassing. In comparison to my 5-minute moves, she seems to know exactly what she wants to do. Oh. I need to figure out a voice for Hanako. Hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, my mic also struggles sometimes to pick up my own voice. Okay. Mate. Again. What does this make? What does that make this? 3-2? Oh, jeez. Stalemates don't count. Damn, you're getting better at this every day. That, or she's been holding back. I'd never have thought it when I first met her, but she really has a knack for this game. Chess seems to have become a popular pastime for the two of us, hiding away in the tea room, playing a game or two after classes. From here, the students outside can just barely be heard milling about. The everyday noises from below remind me a little of my life before Yamaku, though I'm by now well aware that it's a life I'll never get back to. Fancy another game? I have to finish my homework. Oh, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. But what about this? Hanako points to the tea set surrounding the mostly empty chessboard. Don't worry about that, I've got it. Hello, Bison, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. Also, what's that on Hanako's face? They are scars, but we have gotten an explanation for it. They are burn scars, yes. Little fact, before I played Katawa Shoujo, I actually knew about Hanako's design. She was one of the few characters I knew the design for, because that's where I got my inspiration for some of my own character designs. If you might notice, on my character, I have the little bits of burn scar marks. Yeah. Lore-wise, you'll learn about that kind of stuff, you know. I have lots of stuff in store for lore. Alright. Oh. Yeah. So Hanaka's, sorry, I went silent for a bit. I've seen Emmy and Misha before. See, I think who were the only two I saw before this? I believe it was... Was it just Hanako? It might have just been Hanako. I think there might have been two designs I've seen before. It might have been Hanako and Lily. Maybe Rin. I can't remember, though. It's been a while. Well, Past Me could probably tell you, because Past Me remembers things. Anyways, back to... Peace out. Don't worry about that. I've got it.
Oh, okay. See you.
Later. Hanako to Bart's as I start cleaning up the area. The occasional whistles and cheers from the sporting clubs outside become less frequent, eventually approaching silence. A part of me still wants to be in some kind of team. Since I played soccer and other sports before my accident, I guess it's only normal to feel nostalgic about what I can't do anymore. But I have other reasons for that. Other reasons than that for my coming here so often. And I don't feel so bad about losing that part of myself because of them. Lily is a good friend by now, but it's only in the small exchanges I have with Hanako that I feel especially dear. The small victories I feel every day as I see more of what she's like under her self-imposed shell. That's why I come here most of all. As I'm putting away cups and saucers, I hear talking outside the door. Pausing for a moment to listen, I can make out that it's Hanako and Lily, and decide to go outside to investigate. Oh, Lily,
Are you quite sure? I'm sure.
Hanako turns to me with a look of mild surprise as she notices my approach. Lily must have caught her just as she was about to leave.
Oh my, Hiso is here as well.
Good afternoon, Lily. What's up?
I was hoping that now that I've finished with my class representative duties for the day, that I might have the two of you accompany me for tea at the Shanghai. It would be nice to enjoy ourselves outside of school for a change.
I'd be up for that, I think. I think Hanako had work to do, though.
It's not that much.
Wonderful. It seems that we're all decided then. Looks like we're getting tea. There we go. I cast my eyes across the cafe as the three of us step in. As usual, there are only a handful of people around at most, and the noise level is a quiet background hum. The hold Lily has on Hanako's arm remains just as it has been for the entire slow walk down the hill to the local town. Though it's hard to say for which reason, for Lily's guidance or for Hanako's reassurance. These two, as always, are adorable friends. For a moment, Lily removes her arm from Hanako's to retract her cane as Yuko quickly skitters over to where we stand, but soon replaces it right back where it had been. Oh yes, Yuko. Oh, it's been so long. What voice did I give her again? I gave her something kind of peppy, I believe. But like nervous peppy.
Welcome to the Shanghai. May I take your order?
I'll go with that. She gives a deep bow, her well-delivered and professional introduction, putting her in a good mood. It's a nice change from the norm for Yuko.
Just tea, please.
Hanako? Hisao? I'll have a slice of pie and a coffee.
Just tea, please. Coming. Please take any seat you wish. I'll be back shortly.
Yuko gives a smile and a nod before shuffling to the counter, and we make our way to some empty seats by the window in quick measure. We slip into our seats, the girls on one side with Lily's cane propped up beside them, and I on the other. I realize that Hanako's not doing something that she so often does. Rather than keeping her eyes pinned to the ground and hiding behind her blind escort, busily trying to convince herself that the world around them doesn't exist, she's merely keeping her eyes low and helping Lily around. You okay, Lily? You look tired. She lowers her head a little, looking somewhat embarrassed that she let it show.
Class representative work can be very tiring, considering that it often means dealing with the student council.
Suzune.
Very tiring indeed. Do the other representatives go?
Than I, but not by much. Suzune is a harsh taskmaster, no matter whom she deals with. Sound like you particularly relish the job. Why do you do it in the first place, if it's that bad?
Being class representative is enjoyable, and I deal with the responsibility well enough. It's just the people involved are sometimes...
She trails off, cutting her words at a rather opportune spot. It's hard to imagine Lily cursing, but I imagine that if anyone could make her do so, it would be Shizune. Hanako looks to be withering a bit in light of such conflict, but before I can steer the topic away a little, she stands up. Hanako.
I'll be back in a bit.
With that, she leaves for the restrooms. I suppose that's one way to deal with the situation, if that was indeed her motivation. Lily, however, looks a little wounded. Don't worry about it. I don't think it was you. Mike, pick up my voice.
But
I think she's been getting stronger recently. You've seen it yourself, right? Went a bit awry. Fortunately, Lily doesn't look offended, and by now I really shouldn't be quite so scared of stepping on that landmine around her.
possibly.
Sometimes I find it hard to tell, though. Silence reigns for a moment before 2 teacups, a pie, and a mug of steaming coffee appears in front of us. I notice that Yuko takes special care to place the teacup against the tip of Lily's fingers, letting her know where it is.
Here you go.
Thanks, Yuko.
Thank you.
With a quick and silent bow, the bespectacled waitress takes her leave.
Ah, that's right. I was meaning to ask you something, and now would be the right time to do so.
I'm all ears.
Ooh. Hanako's birthday is coming up, and I was hoping that you might accompany me for present shopping in the city this weekend.
Hanukkah's birthday is soon? I suppose it would be a nice change to cheer her up for a bit. Like Yuka, she always seems to be teetering on the edge of either panic or depression, and I've never seen her enjoy herself much outside of our chess games. Give Hanako all the pats. She deserves all the pats. All that aside, learning the layout of the city better with a friend, keeping me company sounds like a good way to spend the weekend. Sure, I'd be happy to. Have you got any plans for what to do for her birthday? A party or anything? Ah, yes.
Hanako being Hanako, perhaps a low-key affair would be...
Lily suddenly cuts herself short, leaving me to wonder why as she brings her teacup to her lips and begins to sip. After a few seconds, I notice Hanako walking up to us over her shoulder. Lily's hearing must be very good indeed if it was the sound of the restroom door opening that tipped her off. Dang. Lily's hearing is cracked, man. I guess it's always interesting to think about, like, how would your life be if you couldn't hear, or if you couldn't see, or if you had those types of disabilities, because we rely all the time on our sight and our sense of hearing. So it's like, I feel like losing it for, like, never having it, or the idea of, like, losing it one day is something that is kind of hard to imagine, because we're always using it. Subconsciously, we're always relying on it, and we kind of take that for granted, I feel. But yeah, I can imagine that. It's like how much you would start consciously trying to notice other details, or like how much it would just force you to kind of enhance your performance in one area. Because with Lily, she's blind, so her hearing is what she relies on a lot for everything. So for her, she has to be able to really read people and the environment just based on sound. And I guess, sense of, like, feeling, so touch. But man, yeah. Oh, it's so interesting to think about that kind of stuff. Where's the option to head pat Hanako? Since it's her birthday, why not head pat her? Yes, we will give her lots of head pats.
Lots of birthday head pats.
Welcome back. Hanako takes her seat once again and wastes no time in drinking her tea. Soon, the three of us are quietly eating and drinking as the sun sets. It's a nice way to spend the remainder of the day's light, and it makes me appreciate the quiet and serene surroundings of Yamaku. I think I'm really beginning to like life here, as isolated as it may be. I finish off the last of my coffee, and the rest of the mug on the table, while the girls talk between themselves. The coffee here is a little bitter for my taste, but still quite good. Better than what I can make for myself in any case. The girls' discussion is mainly focused on their respective reading preferences, which does give me a little curiosity about a related topic. Hey, Hanako. I was just wondering, aside from chess and reading, do you have any hobbies or things you like doing? She's completely stopped in her tracks, looking quite surprised that anyone would be interested in asking such a question about her. It takes her a little time to formulate a response. It's okay. It's okay. Ooh. I want to know more about you, that's all. Yes!
Ah! I guess I like singing a little. I'm okay with computers as well, but I don't use them all that much.
She sings! Yes! Oh, and look at her smile. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh. Singing is so fun. That made me very happy also. That made me stupid happy. It feels good. It feels good. Oh, hello Connor Page, welcome to the stream. Hi Shiro, glad to see you are playing this game again. Yes, I'm very happy to be playing this again as well. It's been so long, and when I couldn't stream for that period of time, I was just absolutely like, oh, it was so frustrating not to be able to open this game and just complete the route because I wanted to be doing that for so long. Oh man. It'd make Hanako more cute. It would be interesting to have a voiced version of Katawa Shoujo. I think that would be fun. But it is fun though to try to give the characters voices. I know I'm not the greatest voice actor, but I do try my best. And actually that does remind me, I do want to do more voice acting videos. I've only done one, and that was doing a yandere script that I wrote. I do want to do another script reading, but this time I might try to do something more related to me rather than just doing, you know, what? Rather than, like, you know, doing a character type, like a yandere or tsundere or himedere, whatever it may. Like, I could easily... Those one, I feel like the hardest to do in that group would be tsundere. Tsundere would be really hard. That'd be a very hard voice for me to do, because I'm not able to... I'm not good at it. I could honestly talk for hours about how much I love this game, honestly. I haven't even finished one route and I love this game. It's so good. The music's great. Characters, I love them. And it's just a very pleasant game. It's so nice. Shiro stories, God, I can't wait for that. Yeah, no, it'll be fun when I can do those, honestly. Okay, back to the game. But yay, she likes to sing. Singing's not exactly something I expected to hear. It's hard to imagine her singing voice, given how soft-spoken she is. Now that is actually, that's another thing I can relate to. Because I actually do have quite a softer toned voice. And that also has to do with the fact that I do have a low voice as well. One thing I've wanted to experiment more with is just how low can I hit notes, because my voice can go lower than I actually imagined originally, and I've been trying to expand that range even more, and it's kind of weird how low I can actually go. That said, not all my low notes sound good, but I can hit the notes. The lowest note I learned that I could hit was in Centrion. The lowest note in there, I think it's near the end. It's like a bit like something like that. I believe that's the lowest note. That might not be the right pitch either, but yeah, no, I unfortunately, my range is focused more low, which makes singing high painful. But also, having a soft voice can make doing certain types of styles hard as well. So, as well as projecting. But it makes it fun to try to challenge myself to get out of the limitations of having a more soft voice, because it forces me to learn, like, what can I do to work around that. Anyways, I'm getting back onto a tangent. On the other hand, simply nods. She must already know all of this, since she's been friends with Hanako for 1 year or so by now.
What you?
Or wait, she didn't even get the you out. She said you. It's me. She hesitates before quickly flicking her head up and down. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, and she got the little blush. It's only logical that she'd want me to talk about my hobbies after she's told me hers. There's chess, obviously, but also, there was soccer as well. Though I can't really do that anymore. Reading, which I picked up in the hospital, this is surprisingly hard. Lily and Hanako look a little put off by the direction this is taking, and the more I think about it, the more I am too. Yeah, that's a bit dark. Lily, yeah. Lily summed it up right there.
It sounds as if you've picked up quite a few things since your accident.
Lily's candor is carried with probably the most positive spin one could put on what I said. Hanako, however, is silent. If a situation becomes difficult, her reaction always seems to be withdrawing into silence, in order to prevent things getting worse, that or physically retreating. A soft ring gives us a pause as Lily reaches into her pocket. It becomes obvious that the sound's coming from her phone.
Sorry. It's okay.
Lily gives us a quick nod before shuffling out of her seat and taking the call a little distance away to avoid disturbing the both of us. Must be nice to be popular. Hanako smiles, but doesn't take off the hook for further discussion. Well, heck. I end up just sitting back and closing my eyes, relaxing as best I can. It's nice and peaceful here. I wonder what it'd be like to have grown up somewhere like this, rather than in the city.
You come from the city?
Looks like I found something she wants to talk about. Yeah, you could say that I was a city kid through and through.
It sounds like a lot has changed.
It did. I'm still not quite sure what to make of all of it. It's a bit of a culture shock in more ways than one. You must have gone through something like this when you first arrived in Yamaku, right? I'd imagine that most students would.
Not really.
Hanako gazes a little to the side, unwilling to go on. I tilt my head inquisitively, but a couple of seconds pass with no further answer. Oh, that's an interesting shot of Lily. Huh.
Can't deal with that on Monday.
The fallout has hardly settled from the last.
I understand. I'll try to talk her down. You know what she's like when she gets locked onto an idea. Yes, thank you. I'll talk to you later then. Goodbye.
Lily's conversation ends with the snap of her phone closing. She returns to her table but doesn't take her seat. Need to go?
Unfortunately, class representative work calls once again. I can come with you. It's alright, Hanako. I'll be going straight to the student council room. There's no need to spoil a fine evening on my account. Besides, if you were to accompany me on the way back to school, it would keep our poor Histale company.
Lily, you don't... You don't need to call me poor, but also a bit of a... what, you're wingmanning us again, Lily? Being a wing woman for us. Lily's such an interesting character. Man.
Okay. I can join you for tea later tonight if you'd like. I may well need it.
We agree on that plan, and Lily says her farewells to the both of us, taking her cane after Hanako passes it to her. Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insists on giving us her portion of the bill, and gives her regards to Yuko as she takes her leave. And then we're alone. It may be all well and good to leave Hanako and me alone to have some time together, but all it typically means is the two of us sitting near each other in silence for a while. Wonder what it must look like to Hanako. I never thought of myself as a scary person, but to have someone my own age acting this way around me makes me intensely self-aware, as if it's my fault that she's so troubled. Lily, best wing woman, her route is so unique, and even in a game of very unique and original routes. That's interesting. I can't wait to do her route, because I think I'll do it second. My plan is still to do every single route in this game. It still is. I will try my best to do that. That means this game could be going on for who knows how long. She might get more used to people if she were to stop being so cloistered in Yamaku. But then again, even when even people much older than her react so strongly after a single glance at her face, she may well feel the same way I do now. It's a real catch-22. If she stays in Yamaku, she won't get used to socializing, but if she leaves, any effort she might try would get thrown back at her by people who can't deal with her scarring. To order something else to keep us going? We haven't had much of a dinner after all. Hanako brightens and nods vigorously, glad that I brought up the topic for her. Aw. I get Chica's glaze and she dutifully comes over to take our orders.
Like something else?
I'll just have a sandwich special and a hot chocolate. Bit late for coffee now. Hanako?
I'll have the same.
With a nod and a bow, Yuko turns on the ball of her foot and returns behind the counter, where she busies herself fishing out bread and condiments and working the machine to make our drinks. Considering this is part 7, this game does seem long. It's mainly the intro that's long. And since I've done the intro already, next time I'll probably skip parts that I already have like read through, because I have choices saved. So what I'll do is probably focus on just getting the choices and getting through the intro as quick as possible, and then we'll have the the main like acts to go through with all the characters. And I believe all of them have like 4 acts that I have to do. I forget which one I'm on. I think this is act 3. So I actually I might actually, that does remind me, I do have the spicy stuff turned on, so I do have to keep track of where I am, so I am prepared with my sensor, because I'm not showing that on YouTube. Oh wait, my sensor's not resized. Hold on. Gotta resize my giant Poco. Hold on. Big cat. This is what will appear when stuff goes a little, yabe. Hold on, I want to... Let me keep recycling this. I want to make this cover as much as I can. There we go. There we go. I think that'll do it. So I'll turn that on when things go a little NSFW. Your cat is called Poco. Did I spell that right? Yes, Poco. P-O-K-O. That is my little mascot, my little buddy. My biggest tip for you is to slap that sensor on whenever you feel like it's going yabai. Yeah, I already kind of did that already. I had one time where I censored, and it was because of Mr. Kenji in the shower. I don't care if there was stuff to like censor it. I'm not showing that on the stream. Speaking of Kenji, Kenji's a great character as well. He's so weird and I love him. Anyways, not a word is said between us until Yuko comes back. She smiles and gives us our food and drinks before moving to a customer who's called for her attention. I give up on the prospect of having much of a conversation with my companion and decide to just enjoy the meal, small as it may be. We live in a society. Oh boy. That sounds like Kenji for you. Mr. Conspiracy Theory. Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. Theorist, not theory. Jeez. Words, English language be hard. It tastes nice, as does most of the food here. After having a few mouthfuls, I notice something's missing. Namely, the sound of Hanako eating. Is she just smiling and watching us? Or, oh. Looking back to her, I see Hanako fidgeting a little behind her untouched sandwich. Not hungry? She shakes her head from side to side. Even as she does, the patch of hair she keeps over the right side of her face still does its job in hiding it almost entirely.
It's not that.
Oh, oh God, kiss that. Oh, and I was ready to have your share too. Oh.
You look troubled. Is something wrong?
I'm startled by her thinking that I'm the one who looks troubled, but on second thought, she's probably right. My face may have given away my emotions without me noticing, and she's hardly a dim person. Quite the opposite. We're friends, right?
Friends.
From the tone of her voice and shrinking posture, it looked as though I've hit another landmine. This is another reason why interacting with her is difficult. The self-imposed psychological barriers she puts up between herself and others, including me, and most likely even Lily. It's a shame that...
I think that we are.
Yes. Man, she's so cute. Lots of pats, pat. Yoshi. 行こう。すごくいい子。あの子ちゃんはとっても可愛い。とっても可愛い。Hanako love. Lots of Hanako love. Yes, Connor Page. Wait, didn't I was a little taken off by Hanako's straightforward answer. All the more so since I was about to give up on getting any reply at all. I see.
Am I wrong? Sorry, I...
No, it's just... Hearing confirmation of that from you is reassuring. To pick up on what you said earlier, since coming to Yamaku, I've been a bit uneasy about how I should relate to others. I find myself chuckling a little. It's surprising how much of a relief that was. I can feel my face smiling as I pick up my cup of hot chocolate and bring it to my eyes. Dear God, no. Bring it to my lips. God, now I just have the image of Hisao trying to pour hot chocolate into his eyeballs. It's like, yes, this is correct. Well, good job me for making that moment turn a little different. Why did I almost say eyes? Dear goodness me. Still chuckling. Yeah, I already read that. Out! That's hot. Okay.
That's why I haven't eaten yet. I was waiting for my drink to cool down first.
I guess I'll wait then. The both of us share a little chuckle. The situation isn't really that funny, but for some reason, it feels like laughing is the most natural thing to do right now. I guess we were both a bit wound up about each other. I was so busy thinking Hanako was the one with something wrong. It took her to remind me that I was uneasy as well. But be that as it may, it still feels a little nice. A little nice to have someone thinking about me like that in her own way. Following a long, quiet trudge up the hill and into the school grounds, the two of us find ourselves between the dormitories. Regular night patrols pass between the male and female dormitory buildings, both for security and to quickly raise the alarm for any medical issues that may arise. The guard currently on duties notices us and gives a quick nod as he continues on his way. A loud yawn escapes from Hanako's mouth before she has a chance to cover it. I have little doubt that doubt she's fairly tired by now. I'd better be off to my room then. See you tomorrow, Hanako.
Good night.
Aw. We separate and begin to walk our separate ways before I stop and look back. Hanako stands there, waving to me as she smiles. I smile and wave back to her, and after a few seconds, she turns and walks up the stairs to her dormitory building, disappearing through the door. These little moments we share between us feel like a small treasure. One thing is for sure. I want to protect that small, delicate smile she so fleetingly wears around so few people. I wonder about these feelings I have when Hanako's around. And when I'm able to do things for her, whether they may be the seed for something beyond what we share now. Ooh. I kind of just remembered, but one of my favorite things about this game is how it really does go past the typical VN traits, especially for Hanako. Obviously not going to say more for spoiler reasons, but it's really nice. Thank you so much for the no spoilers. Thank you. I meant to actually put a warning earlier, but once again, in the stream rules as well, no spoilers on games, especially if they're visual novels. If I need help, I will ask for help, but otherwise, thank you. And yeah, it's really interesting, these like character dives into everything. This world, like the setting, the characters, all of it. It's really interesting how it's all done. And it doesn't feel like any visual novel I've played before. I've played a few, and I've played different ones recently that were really good. One that I played recently actually was a visual novel called Kindred Spirits on the Rooftop. And that was a really interesting game because it's not your typical visual novel because there's so many different routes. You're not just on one route. There's all these different things involved with that visual novel. There's not really a good or a bad end. There's a singular end. However, they really build the world and everything around it. And this game also has its very unique traits of how it sets the world that you're exploring and the characters that you meet and interact with. And it just feels very real. Like these are things that could happen and that you could see and people you could actually meet and interact. It really, really sets itself out from everything else simply by really fleshing out the characters and staying away from cliches. Yes, you've got a 100% route guide for this game too, right? Actually, no, I'm just going to try to get... this is my first playthrough, so I'm aiming for perfect, for the good ends. I'm trying not to look at things for answers for the choices. I have heard that some of the choices for Hanako's route are a little hard. So in that case, I may ask eventually for people to help me out just because I do want to get the good ends. That's what I want. My main goal is to get the good end for every single route, and that's what I want to showcase with this playthrough. I might look into the bad ends as well. I know there's a thing with Kenji as well that I might look into too. So, but basically, my goal is good end for every single character that I can get. Or that I can unlock, you know. Whatever route I can follow. Oh, Ariel, hello. Hey, hold on. Let me Yay, there you are. Now you have a blue wrench. Hello, welcome. It's great to see you. How are you doing? Everyone, this is Noreboshi Ariel. She is a VTuber. She is absolutely amazing. Please do check her out. Give her a sub, give her love, lots of support. It's great to see you. So glad to catch you live for once. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been able to stream for a long while, so this probably is the first opportunity I've given any of the new people I've met recently a chance to actually catch my streams live. The only other thing would be premieres for songs. But yes, I'm glad to see you here. Welcome. Yes, so do please give her lots of support. Go check her out on Twitter. Go check her out on YouTube. She makes amazing music and streams. She's great. She's sweet. Yes. Lots of love for every friend who comes in, all the VTubers, everyone. Oh, and hello, Neurochild. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Great day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it may be. It's 11:22 p.m. here. It's almost midnight. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I didn't have like a stopping point. I didn't have a stopping point in mind yet. Let me see. I love that little transition. Oh, I didn't expect to be here. This is not where I expected. Oh, and hello, Raven. Slowly. Hello. Also, please check out Raven Tamashi, my good dear friend. She is also working to become a VTuber like me. So please give her love, give her supports as we both are on our way and on our journeys to becoming VTubers. Because it's a long route. It takes a long time. If you download the soundtrack, that transition BGM has an extended version. It does? Wait, what? Wow. Getting them waifus? Yes, I'm getting the one waifu I'm currently on the route for. I'm glad to see so many people are able to stop in. It's really fun. I may do one stream tomorrow as well. Before classes begin, before pain begins. But yes. I'll go a little more in depth about streaming schedule stuff again at the end as well. But for now, let's just continue back onto the visual novel. The summertime sun is something to be savored, but when combined with the clean country air, it's all the better. The track and field club members are horsing around on the field ahead. Some are playing with the soccer ball, and others are talking. And a few laugh as two of them mock fight with each other. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking can be hard sometimes. None of them pay me any heed as I sit alone on the grass, underneath the shade of a particularly large tree. It's a nice and peaceful moment after a dreary day of schoolwork. You collabed with Nori before? Actually, I have not collabed with Ariel yet. We gotta do that sometime. We gotta do that. I want to sing with you. I want to do some stuff with you, for sure. We gotta chat about that. There's a lot of people I gotta chat about with collabs, for sure. A lot of people I want to get to know better. Yes, we need to. Yes, for sure, for sure. I'm down for that. I played soccer pretty often before my heart attack, so I had thought it would be really nostalgic to watch them. What I'm feeling now, though, is quite distinct from that emotion. Whoa, what the heck? Who are you? Okay, suddenly we get someone who's, I feel like the art style suddenly changed. Like, the eyes are different than any of the other characters in this game. Hold on, what? Okay, hello. Oh. Okay. I hear footsteps approaching me from behind, and I turn my side to see one of my classmates taking a seat beside me. I'm taken off guard as the two of us haven't talked much before, and I didn't think anyone would have noticed me here. Her name is Miki. Okay. Seems kind of tomboyish, maybe? Sup? I'll just give her my normal voice, maybe? Or like slightly. Sup? Mira, wasn't it? Just call me Saki. Surnames are too stuffy. Likewise, then. We both look out to the field. We both look back out to the field where the guys are playing. It looks like they're ready to have a second game, with people spreading out to their positions and the ball being carried to the center of the field. Sure enough, the whistle is blown to begin the match, and they get right back into it. Not gonna play?
Nah, just gonna rest for a bit. What about you? You kinda looked like you wanted to play when you were watching us before.
So someone did notice me after all. It's, kinda a long story. Her face says that I've piqued her interest. I'm in Yamaku because I've got a heart condition. I can't really play soccer anymore.
Wanted to be a soccer player, did you?
No, I only really did it for fun. My friends played it, so I played it as well. Any of those guys playing around could have been me before my accident, but I don't feel like I really have any wish to go back to that either. It's a little hard to explain. I'm still decently physically built from the days when I played, even if my strength largely left me now, and I got on well with the other club members. When I think about it, I should be pretty bad. I should feel pretty bad watching people play when I can't anymore. Yep, I don't. I'm early, but I just wanted to stop by before bed. Do hope you have a fun time and get them cute waifus. Love you, Shishi. We'll chat soon. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Maven. Great to have you. Please rest well and have a good night. Maybe it's a good sign. Good thing. A sign that I've gotten over it and that I'm ready to become a new person. I'm kind of rambling.
It's cool. I'm actually glad I got to hear that. It sounds like you really got your stuff together. Some of the people that come to Yamaku are pretty messed up at first.
So, you're a member of the track and field club then?
Yep. Been in it since I first arrived.
I'm slowly gonna start heading to sleep. Good night, y'all, and Shiro, good luck on trying to get the good ending. I wish you luck, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by, Tomato Cat. Please sleep well and have a good night. And thank you. I will do my best. Don't suppose you're friends with Emmy. Short, fast runner, no legs. I don't think there are all that many female track and field members.
I mean, everyone knows about her, don't they? But nah, I tend to get on better with the guys, so me and Emmy don't really talk much. Anyway, what about you?
Well, I'm not really in any clubs. Real clubs, anyway.
You've been hanging around with Hanako and that blonde Amazon, though, right?
Amazon, what the hell? And Amazon. I suppose Lily has the height to fit that description, if nothing else. I nod in response without making too much of a fine point of things.
Don't worry about it. As long as you got some friends, you don't really need to join a club.
A loud whistling from the field attracts our attention. One of the players is on the ground clutching his leg, and the other stopped play to jog up to him, leaving Miki grimacing.
Ouch, that looks painful. That guy has some really bad luck.
As she continues to look out onto the field, I can't help but being reminded of her own injuries. Her left arm, ending in a stump rather than a hand, has been bandaged up for the entire time I've been in Yamaku, and her injury doesn't seem that new. She turns to me again and catches me looking. Both of us sit in an awkward silence as she takes her bandaged arm and holds it in her lap with the other remaining hand. Sorry, I guess I'm still a bit...
It's fine, really.
Her tone is light, but neither of us say anything afterwards. Every disabled student here has their own way of dealing with their problems, and some finding their conditions troublesome is only natural. I'm included among them, after all. The injured guy from the soccer game manages to get on his feet with some help and ends up hobbling off the field with one arm over the shoulder of another for support. Probably just a muscle. Should probably just pull the muscle if he can still manage to walk. The whistle blows again, and the game continues, once more with one less man on the field.
Hanging with Hanako and that blonde girl. You keep some pretty strange company.
How so?
It's kind of, I don't know.
Shy?
No, it's not really that. She's got some issues, I think. I can't really put it in a nice way. Not that I don't think she's a nice person.
Perfectly nice?
She's perfectly nice. Just hard to deal with.
So, it sounds like Miki, or at least some other people in class, have tried to get closer to Hanako in the past, and it didn't go well. I think her judgment is rather harsh, given that not just those in Yamaku have their own issues. Then again, I haven't known Hanako for that long, so it wouldn't surprise me if there were some stuff I didn't know about. I'll just take it as it comes. She's a nice person, and I think that should be all that matters. Miki's eyes narrow a little, and her smile spreads.
You really like her, don't you?
Miki certainly doesn't mince words. Wow. Okay. Well, we're making a choice. Do we deny this or admit this? Do we be a tsundere or do we admit that? I mean, why would we deny it though? I don't think denying it's correct. Right? Right? I mean, if we don't admit it, then we're just kind of screwing ourselves right there. Right, we're gonna... Yeah, no, I have no reason to deny this. We're admitting it. We like her, obviously. Let's respond. To be completely honest, yeah, I do. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone.
Whoa, you can trust me. No problems there. To be honest, I think it's kind of cute. If you want to go for it, don't let me stop you.
What, we got another wing woman? Thanks. She may say that, but she was just talking about Hanako having issues. Still, I want to hold myself to the words I said. Hanako's problems don't matter. I'll deal with anything that comes up because I want to help her. There's even the smallest possibility that I can pull Hanako out of her depression and seclusion. Then I should work towards that, no matter what. If she needs a prince, then I will be that prince. Man, we're gonna sweep her off her feet? Is that what we're gonna do? He's the wing woman for multiple routes, to be honest. She seems like that. She seems like that one chill friend who just is like, yes, I will help you. Even if you didn't really like ask for it, she's just like, hey, yes. Allow me to introduce myself. I think about the possibility of a relationship. I can see Miki grinning at me while watching my face. I've no doubt blushing and looking away from her only makes her laugh. Oh man. Miki gives off a different vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than a woman. Her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel that notion either. Glancing at my watch shows that lunch break is ending in only a few minutes. Time to start heading back to class. Which is about to end. Want to head back?
Yeah, we better.
I pick myself off the grass and dust myself off, offering a hand to Miki to help her up as well. She takes it and easily pulls herself up, showing the muscles moving in her toned bare arms in the process. To think of it, why aren't you wearing the normal girl's blouse?
It's too hot and constricting. The boy's uniform is better anyway.
She shows her arms. She throws her arms around a bit to emphasize her point, which has the side effect of showing off one particular part of her body that would be especially constricted by the blouse. The two of us start the walk back to the main building through the gardens, talking as we go. Man, okay. Wow, we're really getting a lot of Miki right now.
Sounds like you're settling in well. That's a relief. It was pretty surprising to get a transfer student at this point of the year, considering the exams are coming up.
Don't remind me.
Don't worry about them. Just cram it and you'll be fine.
That doesn't sound like good advice. I mean, hey, actually, cramming for a test works better than you think. Again, it's not the greatest option, however, if you do a big study session before a test on the night before, you remember it actually a lot better. That is how that's how I did as good as I did on my finals of the first semester. She claps my shoulder a couple of times as she grins. I don't think she takes school very seriously.
You seem like a smart guy, and Muta's taken to you well already. You're like a hand in a glove.
Now to work out whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I still don't know what to make of this school. I've been here a few weeks already, but I feel dazed at times.
We'll get used to it. Just give it some time. It's only a high school, just like any other.
Hugs for Shiro finishing her semester. Hug, hug, hug. Thank you. Miki not having a route is the worst thing about KS. Actually, honestly, talking to her, I think it would be fun if she had a route, but I can I mean, they do have a lot of characters already that they've given routes. So I can understand why they haven't, but man, if ever a Katawa Shoujo 2 came out, which probably will never happen considering how old this game is, if there was one, I feel like this would definitely be a route in it, maybe. Who knows in this. Also, thank you. Hello, 8-bit 8-bit torn? 8-bit torn. 8-bit. I'm gonna call you 8-bit. How's that? Hello, 8-bit. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be. The first word is Misha not having one. Misha's an interesting character, though I will say with the voice I gave her, which is super high pitch, it would cause me physical pain to do her Route. Not in the sense that I wouldn't enjoy it, in the sense that I probably wouldn't have a voice after it. She makes it sound so simple, but I've never thought about it that way. To me, Yamaku symbolized a marked shift in my life. I was no longer normal, I was different, and was to be educated with other different people. 8-bit Orn. Ah. I chose it because I thought it would be easy to pronounce, but it seems like everyone has trouble with it. Sometimes it just is that way. I've seen a lot of people have very simple names and then other names that look way more complicated, but when you break it down and actually is pronounced, that the pronunciation isn't hard at all. It's but thank you for stopping by this stream. Glad to have you. And no worries, no worries. And yet, I'm walking back to class and casually talking with a classmate during lunch, after watching some others play a soccer game. All perfectly normal. Maybe she does have a point. Maybe I should just look at Hanako in the same way. Everyone has their own issues. This is hardly something unique to Yamaku. After all, it's only a high school just like any other. As we continue to talk, I find myself smiling. Miki and I are very different people in almost every way, but it feels good to have gotten to know another classmate a bit better. Oh wow, we're transitioning. Okay. Katawa Shoujo. A light breeze blows the scent of early summer around my head while I wait for Lily. Small white clouds litter the sky, breaking up the monotony of the blue. Hisao, are you here? Lily's voice lilts on the breeze as if they were one and the same thing. I stop gazing into the sky to examine Lily. Oh, whoa, new outfit. Hey, yo. Oh, that's so nice. I like that. It's very simple, actually. It's a lot more muted than I was expecting, but it looks good. With a peach off the shoulder sweater and a tan ankle length skirt, in addition to tan sandals, she's quite a nice sight. Yeah, I'm over here, Lily. Near the gate. Were you able to sneak away from Hanako? Yes, it's not uncommon for me to go out during weekends, so I don't think she noticed anything suspicious. Oh yes, birthday gift shopping time for Hanako. That, and she has someone she sees. She purses her lips, and as if she maybe shouldn't have continued. I find it a little hard to believe. Hanako's seeing someone? Really? No, it's just she sees a therapist every so often on weekends. Oh, I see. Oh, well, that does make a lot of sense. Lily rubs her arms uncomfortably, and after one look at her troubled expression, I quickly move to change the topic away from Hanako. Huh. Yes? I was just wondering, can you get around the city on your own? Lily sighs at my consternation surrounding the topic of her blindness. I'm my worst enemy sometimes. Dang.
I can, yes. It's easier when I'm out with a friend or my sister, though.
I wonder how Lily gets along with her sister. Being an only child, it's hard to imagine what having a sibling would be like, so it makes me a little envious of her. Right, well then, the bus arrives in a few minutes, so we should probably get a move on.
Indeed. It's a long wait if we miss this one.
With that, we set off for the bus on the hill. It's only a small distance from the school gate, so it's very convenient. Nice view from here. Coming from the city, I never really got to see scenery like this, let alone on a daily basis.
This area is nice for me as well. It's tranquil and away from the noises and smells of the city.
Lily's head perks up in a trademark gesture of hers, signifying that she's caught a sound.
Oh, here comes the bus.
I look down the road to see the bus trundling up the hill. Her hearing is quite useful. Her hearing is quite a useful tool. The bus only takes a short while to reach the bus stop, forcing its way up the road, and within a minute, we're on our way to the city. Oh wow, we're really in the city. Here we are.
Japan.
Man, I want to go to Japan. I was supposed to go to Japan actually during the winter. I was supposed to go to Japan for a vacation, but then big bad COVID-19 pandemic came around, and that trip had to be canceled. I don't know when I'm going to be able to reschedule that trip, but when I do, I'll definitely be sharing it with you guys, making sure to share lots of pictures, share things I buy. Maybe in a stream afterwards I'll share some of the stuff I buy, because I am planning on buying stuff in Akihabara. I'm definitely gonna do that. And I like this music a lot. It's really nice. Oh, jazzy. The city has one of my favorite stores, and along with it, the two best songs in the game. This is really nice music. I love jazz stuff, and this is great. Walking around the city, I feel a distinct nostalgia. The smells, the traffic, the tall buildings everywhere. It's a lot like my native city, save for the raised walkways. It feels a little weird walking around a city as casually as I would in a park, but with cars rushing around underneath me. As I'm busily pondering the engineering marvel that is the raised walkway, I get a surprise. It takes a moment for me to realize that Lily has wrapped her arm around mine, extending her cane in front of her with her other hand. Oh, if you love jazz, wait until you go into the city with Lily and Hanako. Every time I encounter the song from that scene, I pause for like 3 full minutes and just listen to the song. Ooh, I'm excited now. I mean, I kind of imagined that we would go into the city with Hanako. If they're gonna show me this, it's happening.
And besides, I want to see Hanako in casual clothing.
Ah, that's gonna be good. For a game distributed for free, this has really good music. It does, it really does. I'm honestly still surprised Katawa Shoujo is for free, but honestly, it's a fantastic visual novel, and I'd recommend it to anyone, especially if people are on budgets. If you want a really good visual novel, Katawa Shoujo is a great one. For a moment, I'm startled, but I managed to keep enough of a lid on it for Lily not to notice. Well, it's not the first time that Lily's relied on me for guidance. She'd only held onto my sleeve's cuff before. It's logical that it would be easier for her to navigate a crowded and complex area such as the city while securely linked, but I'm far from being as used to this kind of contact as Lily is. Finally, realizing the growing silence between us, as Lily waits for me to get moving, I quickly kick my brain into gear. You know, it was quite a surprise that Hanako likes to sing. Have you heard her do that before? Also, hold on, these sound effects are a little loud. Hold on. Oh yeah, I have no clue if I showed this before, but the test thing for the sound effects is like the knife sound. Why? Why is this the thing? Why is it that? Of all the things, it's so weird. Not done a little. It's weird. It's like, hey, have a very pleasant visual novel. Also, for testing our sounds, you get a blade. Yeah, no, I know it's gonna. I assume it's gonna be a sound effect, but at the same time, it's like, it's very random. Like, you'd think they'd use like something else for a test sound, but no, they just, you know, use the knife. What, don't you bring a knife to all your dates? I mean, I am a phantom thief. I'm always carrying around my equipment. I got my dagger. I got my pistol. Always prepared. After all, usually if I'm stealing hearts, it's after it's when I'm trying to also steal some treasure as well. So, working on thieving and stealing hearts all at the same time. Anyways, you know, it was quite a surprise that Hanako likes to sing. Have you ever heard her do that before?
Indeed. We've been to karaoke sessions several times, along with my sister. I can't say I take to the activity much, but the other two like it.
Maybe Hanako doing karaoke is more fitting than I initially thought. Just her and those she knows, all alone in a little room. It would give her a rare chance to let her guard down with nobody else there to judge her. It would be nice to bring her into town for a karaoke birthday party if she likes doing it.
I'm not sure she would deal very well with the excitement.
I moved to protest, but her face shows that she's mulling the proposal over some more. It takes quite some time for her to come to a conclusion.
Again, the best we can do for Hanako at this point is try to create some pleasant birthday memories. Continually treating her as if she's abnormal won't help.
I think you're right. If she has something to remember apart from loss, then maybe she'll come around. If we both bought her something nice that she could see every day, then maybe she'd be able to take her mind off her past and remember that she has friends. And in any case, I think Hanako can handle something like this. In the time I've spent beside her, I've learned that she isn't quite as frightfully fragile as I first thought she was. So, shall we be off? I'm not really sure about the layout of this area.
Well, I might like to suggest having something to eat first.
I haven't either, so that sounds like a good plan.
Make sure you choose a nice place, Sisa.
She gives a teasing smile, one that makes me smile reflexively in response, even if she can't see that. Oh, Lily. Composed Ojo-sama with who is also quite cheeky. I'll make very sure that I do. Don't worry about that. I feel like if I knew, I could imagine someone like Lily always teasing me. I imagine that like nonstop. Also, okay, that. Once inside, I order 2 slices of pie and accompanying cups of tea and take them back to our table. I pegged this cafe as the type to appeal to Lily, small and quiet, but well kept and somewhat upscale. Going by the dainty smile she wears, I don't really know if I chose right. Well, heck. It's very, very rare not to see her smiling after all. Nevertheless, I take a seat near her at one of the corner tables and lay down our small meals. Lily gingerly brings her head over to the slice of pie placed in front of her, delicately taking in the aroma. Blah, blah. Taking in the aroma. There we go.
Lemon pie, is it? Thank you, Hisao.
Ooh, lemon pie. Yes. I love lemon pie. One of my favorite types of desserts are... I love fruit desserts, but lemon desserts are actually particularly one of my favorites. Because I like... I'm not huge on super sweet things. More so with desserts. I like desserts to have a little bit of a contrast to them. So with like certain fruit desserts, I like there to be a little bit of a tartness to it. With chocolate, I like dark chocolate the most because it has that little bit of bitterness to it. I just like that little bit of contrast there. So I really like lemon desserts, like lemon tarts and lemon pie. That's fabulous. Yo, same. Also, hello, Fox. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for showing up. Glad to have you. Hope you've been well. No problem. The tea's just next to it, so be careful not to knock it over. She nods appreciatively, but judging from the slightly vague smile she has, the warning wasn't really necessary. I suppose the sound must have tipped her off to its position. I am a bit late. It's fine, don't worry. Eventually, if in the future my streams start getting more crowded, I will give you more mod assistance. I promise. Because right now it's either me or you moderating, generally. And that's one thing I'm definitely working on for the future. I don't know when I'll need to get more mod assistance, but I'll try to keep track. I thankfully do not get too much spam in my chat. Oh, hold on, let me switch my live chat so I can see everything, not just top chat. You know what's We both tuck into our food without further ado, both of us remaining largely silent as we do. Lily isn't the type to appreciate discussion while eating, and I can't say I like it either. Eventually, we both finish our meals, and the last cups of our tea follows in short order. Lily's the first to break the silence.
It's very nice, I must say. You've chosen quite well, Hisao.
This is the first time I've really had much of a look around the city, so All I could do, really, is choose somewhere that looks nice. I'm surprised you don't get spam bots in your streams. I get a few. There's just, but not like heavy spam bots. I get like, sometimes I've gotten some random like one-off comment spam, but I'm pretty quick to hide it and whatnot. And in the comments, sometimes I get some spam comments, but those get deleted by YouTube. Sometimes YouTube doesn't let me view all the comments though, because I've actually had comments in the past that I saw that were from legitimate people who were just commenting, and they weren't appearing in the comments section, so I couldn't like heart them, which made me very sad and upset. I'm like, what? Why? Sometimes YouTube can be a bit of a pain, but I do my best. Sorry. I feel really bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily, but she doesn't appear to mind much. Quite the opposite. She almost looks amused by my awkward attempt at an apology. You're quite thoughtful, Nisao, but sometimes I fear that it gets the better of you. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Lily truly is pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasten to change the subject, as I can't really say that I share her confidence in the matter. Have you lived here for very long? It seems you have this place pretty much sorted out. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to dismiss the notion. Nothing like that. I've attended Yamaku since the start of high school, but I didn't walk around the city very much because Akira, my sister, picked me up and dropped me off. Oh, right. You mentioned not living in the dormitories until recently. It's quite a surprise. I just assumed that she'd been living here since entering Yamaku, at the least, which would give her a few years here. Lived with my family for most of my life. Then I was just together with my sister. With my family having moved to Inverness long before, and Akira working long hours, I ended up having to move. Inverness? Isn't that somewhere in Scotland? To Inverness. Hold on, wait, I have been to Inverness. I remember, yes, I have actually been to 3 cities in Scotland. Edinburgh, Inverness, and I forget the last one. But Scotland's very nice, actually. It's the scenery, fabulous. There are so many more pictures I want to take there, honestly. Beautiful beautiful area, beautiful. Akira is so cool. I think you're gonna love her. I mean, I was pretty torn about in my earlier parts to this playthrough. I was in debate with choosing Lily or Hanako because I really like both of them, and I ended up choosing Hanako because I really like Hanaka's just adorable, and I love the soft-spoken girls like her in Vision. She's just cute. She's very cute, and I like her. They're both very pretty, very cute personalities, and I was very torn. Ooh, Scotland though.
Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland, the birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though.
Oh, she's part Scottish. Oh, that's so cool. Man, I want to go back to Scotland. That would be so cool. Europe is a beautiful country. I've been a few times, and every time I've really enjoyed it. I just love to travel. Just travel across everywhere and just see everything. But, of course, that would take a long time. But at the very least, I do hope to travel more in the future. Especially once the pandemic is finally settled down enough where we can travel. I would really love to go out of the country and see things for a bit. And I think the first place I'll be going for sure is Japan. Our son doesn't have a choice. He's bringing me there. You hear that, our son? You're bringing me to Japan, whether you like it or not. Get your tickets ready, sir. A question of what gave Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I'd never thought to ask. That answers it then. To be honest, I'd never have guessed. Considering you have no accent, I'm guessing you were born here.
Oh, Marks, I am thankful for my heritage, though, as without it, I'd likely not have been taught English so early in my life. And what about you, Hisao?
What about me? She gives a moment's thought. She probably should have thought of what to ask me before switching the topic.
I'll go with, what are your plans for the future?
To be honest, I haven't thought much about that recently. After my accident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako has been enough for me. In fact, I don't think I've thought at all about a future for some time now. It seems almost futile.
This is your last year of school. After this, you will have to fend for yourself, one way or another.
It's not... Hello, Mike? It's not like I don't know that. I just haven't put that much thought into it since then. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized this.
Well, we all have our own pace. I just hope you'll take any chances. Take any chance you see.
I understand. I'll think about it. As we walk back into the city, Lily takes hold of my arm once again.
Oh, did you get any new...
Bleh. On moving things on my screen.
Did you get any good ideas for a present?
To be honest, no. I've never been very good at picking them.
As absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around.
Hearing Lily utter those words throws me for a moment. Right. How do we do that?
That's just the reaction I was expecting. It's simple. You can go window shopping and just tell me what is around. If something interesting comes up, then we might get an idea.
Right. I'm still not so sure of this, but I'll take your word for it.
I think we'll manage. Hanako, my sister, and I managed to do it well enough.
With Lily's simplistic and rather optimistic statement, we set off into shopping. Well, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see to Lily. It's hard to think of Hanako going window shopping. She doesn't feel like the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading magazines or the like. In fact, all I think I've really seen her do as a hobby is read books. There's a houseware shop just ahead. Looks like it's mostly crockery, though.
I can't think that she'd have much need for that. And what type of message would that send to her?
Cook more food. That's not such a bad idea, maybe.
Sometimes it's best to leave these things alone, Hisao.
Once again, I have the feeling that Hanaka's exploits in the kitchen aren't always successful. Lily must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see. Next along is a bookshop. That seems like a good one. She's always reading.
Yes, but there are a few problems with books. I'm not quite sure what she has and hasn't read.
What about a gift card then?
There's nothing as impersonal as giving someone a gift card. It's like saying, I don't know enough about you to work out what you'd like.
Huh. I've actually never thought about it like that. Interesting. More water. I might need to find a stopping point soon. My throat is starting to not enjoy me voice acting and talking. I've always thought of it as making sure they got what they wanted.
Giving people gifts is supposed to show them the level of affection you have for them. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, then how much could you think of?
Them? Right. No gift cards. Lily seems overly passionate about this, but I can see her point. If you're gonna get something for someone, then you should put at least some thought into it. If I want to get something for Hanako that reminds her of us every day, then what is a good gift card? Then what good is a gift card? In that case, what did you get Hanako last year?
A porcelain doll. I thought that if she had someone to talk to, it might help ease her pain. A doll isn't ever going to criticize her after all.
So, should I be looking for a doll shop?
If you could be so kind to keep a lookout for one, I would be grateful.
Sounds good to me, though I wish you'd mentioned it earlier.
But if I did that, then you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you?
Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is currently analyzing every story pass for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else. Wander through the city streets, but seem unable to find anything that resembles a doll shop. Or anything that I could consider a fitting present. The simple act of searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to giving Hanako her gift. If I can find one, that is. This is hopeless. I thought we'd be able to find something in the city for sure, and I'm sure we've walked down the street at least once before.
Almost sounds as if you're giving up, Hisao.
I'm not, but it's a lot harder than I thought.
Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe we should go into some shops and have a look around?
That might work. I've never really been any good at window shopping. Lily and I circle around the city streets once more, this time popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up as especially appropriate. Hanako's tastes are often quite hard to pin down at the best of times, thanks to her intensely private nature, and those tastes we do not know are hard to accommodate. So if you want my advice, a good stopping point would be after this day transition. It's the last slow-mo moment of the act. Okay, thank you, actually. I'll do that then. Thank you so much, Connor.
May we take a break for a minute? I'm a bit exhausted.
I agree and leave Lily to rest against a railing while I go to get a couple of drinks from a nearby vending machine. After walking up to the vending machine and grabbing myself some lemonade, I find myself at a bit of a loss. Not really knowing Lily's taste, I decide to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly, but not too weird. Strawberry flavored milk. Ichigo milk. Man, every time I think of strawberry milk now, I just think of Ollie. Pink milk though. I never actually tried pink milk or strawberry milk before. I tend to not like artificial fruit flavorings. They just kind of taste weird, but I'm not sure how strawberry milk tastes. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I'll need to try it. But man, the moment I saw strawberry flavored milk, my brain immediately went to Ollie. My brain is always in simp mode. Back. I walked up to her and placed the carton into her outstretched hands, making sure she has a grip on it before letting go. She feels out its contours before opening it and taking a very tentative sip, her approving smile afterwards telling me I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quiet drink for a few moments. I usually don't like flavored milk. Oh, very... I really actually drink milk that often. Sometimes I'll have chocolate milk, sometimes I'll just have regular milk, but I am mildly lactose intolerant. And it's generally milk that will make me feel weird. I'm okay with ice cream, though sometimes if I have ice cream a lot, so like in the summer if I have it like multiple days in a row, I'll start feeling a little, I'll feel the effects of the dairy. But generally, if I do drink milk, it's either, what? It's either... yeah, it's either just plain milk or, you know, chocolate milk. But I will try strawberry milk one of these days. Also, hi Crispy Nika, welcome, welcome. Milk is overrated. I mean, lactose is overrated. Oh, man. A familiar soft ringing begins to sound from Lily's pocket. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes... She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone. Just had to get that out of my mind. It seems horribly inconvenient to lactose intolerant ants. Wait, what? Haven't drinking milk for months, jeez. Yeah, it's actually been a while since I've had milk. I've just been drinking lots of water. My staple drinks of the more recent years of my life has been water and sweetened iced tea and lemonade. That's it. And I guess soda sometimes, though I'm trying to not drink as much. This is why y'all are so short. I'm not short. I drank milk more in the past, but I have not drinking milk lately though. Anyways, the visual novel, let me get through this so we can get to our cutoff point. A familiar soft ringing begins to sound from Lily's side. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone.
Do you mind if I take this?
It's fine, don't worry. She nods to me in thanks for turning away and flipping the phone open, bringing it to the side of her face as she picks up the call. Going by the tone of Lily's voice, the person on the other end is no doubt some friend or another. I tune out of their conversation pretty quickly, as snippets that Lily says makes it sound like little more than gossip. I've started drinking more milk again ever since moving out. Ah, I see. Yeah, I feel like for me, it kind of went the opposite. I stopped drinking milk because now I am in a dorm. So when I think of things to buy, I think of just water. Lots and lots of water. Lots to do. I find myself... Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She's a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popularity in school. It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast with each other, in both personality and appearance. For a few minutes, I just lean back and drink, watching her. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up, placing her phone back in her pocket and leaning against the railing as before. Probably didn't have enough calcium for a while because I avoided milk for singing purposes. Oh. Singing purposes. I didn't know milk would do anything to your throat. There's a lot of things I still don't know with singing. I know, for one thing, I know that spicy food can be bad for singing, but that doesn't stop me. I'm not really, I guess, conscious of food habits in regards to music, which I probably should be a little more, especially if I want to take care of my throat and vocal cords. But at the same time, I like spicy food too much. It's too good. I don't drink milk to begin with, but I do like dairy products. When I'm out of the house for college, I tend to buy more fruits than normal. Oranges are delicious. I haven't... One of the things in the dorms that I have lost more is getting fruit, which is pain because I like fruit. But I did go out earlier and I bought some apples for myself. And I bought raspberries from my roommate. And dairy products, I like cheese. I like cheese a lot. Cheese is delicious. Like cheddars or pepper jack or I like lots of different kinds of cheeses. I don't like blue cheese though. Blue cheese is gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anyone who likes blue cheese, but I can't with that. It just tastes weird.
Sorry, just a friend from class.
I take one final swig from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her carton to throw away soon after, finishing it off relatively quickly. Blue cheese is for the cultured. I love it. I used to like blue cheese, but then the taste started kind of being weird for me and I couldn't like it. Um oh, a big bag of what did I buy today? I bought some sharp cheddar cheese as well as a special like jalapeno jack of some sort. I'm very excited to try the other one. The other one's a little bit more fancy than I'd usually get. um Blue cheese sauce is the best. See, I just can't. There's a weird taste to blue cheese that I don't like. I think it's kind of the same with goat milk cheese. I kind of like goat's milk cheese, based cheese, but sometimes they can taste weird. Same thing happened to me with anything ranch flavored. Ranch is weird because I like it and I can also hate it. From a scale of 1 to 10, what number spiciness, what number you're comfortable with? I actually am pretty open to tasting anything that's really spicy, though I will not. For example, in a past stream, I did a stream of me doing a Batsu game when I played Celeste of eating a hot sauce. Oh,
Fresh Static Snow donated $10. Delicious food funds for Share Zero.
thank you, Fresh, so much. Thank you for the food funds. Though, for the funds will not go to food, but they will go to project funding. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As for spiciness, though, yes, I did a past stream where I had a Reaper hot sauce, which was that is made with California Reapers and ghost peppers. But since it is a hot sauce, it's not as spicy as the, like, solid pepper, I think. It was actually probably less spicy than the normal peppers themselves, but it still burned and hurt so bad. Wait, there's donations? Yeah. Oh, wait. Fox, it's been a long time. So, yes, for anyone who is new, in the description below, I do have options for donations. I have Streamlabs, and I have I also have Ko-Fi donations set up for anyone who can't do Streamlabs. I'm not really sure what the difference would be, but you can do tips through Ko-Fi, you can do Streamlabs. Those are currently my only two options since I'm not monetized on YouTube. Yesterday I ate spicy soup noodle, but I didn't add water to it. Ooh. Ooh. I wish you luck, Nico. Good luck there. Yes, ghost peppers, yeah. I will not physically eat a California Reaper or a ghost pepper, but I enjoy trying really spicy food, so probably around the 7, 8, 9 mark, maybe not a 10. But I will try foods. I love trying spicy food. It's delicious. I also need to fix the new donation box just so it, like, you know, it works. Like, I need to figure out how to make it, you know, do the what is it? I don't even know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure any of you. So it, like, just stays in that, and then if there's too much text, it starts, you know, scrolling, I guess. I will figure that out on another time. Anyways, you seem to have a lot of friends. Oh? Lily waits for me to continue, her interest piqued. I was just thinking that you and Hanako contrast really heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of the things you do, or knowing the people you know. You seem to think about Hanako quite a bit. I don't know, it's just, she's a mystery, I guess. I kind of want to know, I kind of want to know more about her, which isn't that easy. It almost sounds like you're doubting your relationship with her. I don't think it's that. I just want to do more for her. Being her friend and all. I don't even really know how she sees me. This statement seems to interest Lily quite a bit. I wonder if Hanako said anything about me to Lily during their conversations. I wonder. I'm about to ask what's on her mind as she picks herself up from the railing. Shall we be off then? Her voice and expression show that she's playing games with me. Oh, dang. Lily knows damn well that she's leaving me hanging. Dang it, Lily. With a sigh, I pick myself up off the railing as well and have a brief look around. We have stuff to do, so I'll try and get back to her about this later. Tucked in between the newsstand and a convenience store is a small shop. The sign above the door reads Othello Antiques in a decorative English script. It would be easy to miss if we were walking along the street, but since we're stationary and I'm purposely looking around, it's just noticeable. Say, Lily, that doll you got, Hanako, was it new?
Well, yes, but I'm not quite sure what you mean.
I think I found our shop. It's across the road.
Oh? What is it? Some kind of toy shop?
It's an antique shop. I think it's probably going to be our best bet.
Really? I didn't know we even had one of those near here.
Neither did I. I missed it the first time we went by here. It's pretty well hidden.
Well then, it can't hurt to check.
Inspired by this new find, we quickly dust ourselves off and head towards the store, Lily's hand finding its way to my elbow for guidance. The store has a strange musky scent to it. The layout is more like a garage than the store. Things are strewn around the floor without any immediate semblance of order. Oh, hello. The shopkeeper gives us an almost bored look through his particularly small eyes. His face looks weary and tired, and his dress style is distinctly anachronistic. He gives us a polite nod of welcome before going back to his book. Ooh. That picked up. Ooh, I really like this acoustic guitar. This sounds great. Lily holds tightly onto my arm, and I find myself having to split my efforts between making sure we don't miss a potential gift for Hanako and making sure Lily doesn't inadvertently bump into anything. This song is called Air Guitar, and I love it. I can understand why. It's really nice. Very pleasant. Very comfy. The task is quite difficult given the haphazard way the store is laid out, and the many things poking out from the shelves they're on or sitting on the pieces of furniture, but eventually we safely arrive at an old desk, covered in dolls and teddy bears. I think this is the right place. There's pretty much every kind of doll you can imagine here.
That should make the choice much simpler. Could you pick one for me, Hisao?
I had a feeling that it would come to this. I picture Hanako in my mind and try to imagine which of these dolls before me would suit her the best. My eyes wander across the collection. Each one is exquisite as the one before it. The sheer number of styles is boggling, but eventually one catches my eye. Here, what about this one? I pick up a small porcelain doll that seems to be at least somewhat affordable. Dressed in a Victorian era green dress with a little brown hat sitting atop its blonde hair. It looks a little like Lily. I gently pass it to her, who delicately feels feels her way around the object while wearing the look of slight concentration.
It certainly feels beautiful. Do you think it would suit Hanako, in your opinion?
Think it would. It could look good in her room.
In that case, I'll trust your judgment. Will you be getting her something as well, or shall this be a shared gift?
I'm not sure. I think I should get her something myself, but I don't think getting her another doll is such a great idea. Maybe... Let my voice trail off as I look around the shop. Resting on a writing table not far from us is a decorative box that catches my eye. Wait here, I think I found something.
My, that was fast.
I gingerly walk through a collection of crystal glassware and pick up the box. The wooden sides are covered in carvings depicting ancient battles around a castle. The top, however, looks far too familiar. Alternating squares of white and black varnished wood are arranged on the lid. Oh, here's the shopkeep. That's... wait, he was an old man, so, that's a really nice item. It's a chess set from overseas. Store's owner's sudden appearance startled me a little. I didn't see him approaching at all. I suppose he's trying to help us because we don't really look like we know what we're looking for, or on the other hand, maybe he wants to keep an eye on us because he suspects we might shoplift instead. I'm looking for a present for a friend. I see. In that case, this chess set would make a fine choice. Realization floods into my mind. This is a pretty good-looking set, but this is an antique shop. They're not well known for their bargain prices. How old is this? This is a reproduction. My best estimate is that it's about 5 years old. I see. How much? He thinks a little before telling me, which is slightly disconcerting. I'll let you take this now for 7,000 yen. I balk a little. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but this does seem perfect. And then again, that's a testament to how well he worked out how much he could make me pay. Couldn't make it 5,000? 5,500, no lower. I'm sold. Oh, we'd also like to get that doll. Store owner looks over my shoulder, focusing on Lily and the doll in her hand. His eyes narrow and he visibly takes a moment to switch mental gears. In the process, his smile drops slightly. I guess that means not everything in his store is a reproduction. Are you sure you want that doll, miss?
I trust my friend's judgment.
I see. No offense.
None taken. If you could please wrap it for me, it would be appreciated.
Yes, of course, but it is 20,000 yen. Oh god. That's expensive. Yeah, bet. Oh my god. Lily reaches into her purse and prevents 4 crisp-looking 5,000 yen notes. Oh my.
Here you are, 20,000 yen.
The storekeeper dutifully takes them and the doll and proceeds to the counter. I take Lily's arm to guide her there. Are you sure about this?
It's okay. I have the funds I need. As I said, I trust your judgment.
I feel a little guilty on 2 fronts. Firstly, because Lily has just spent a lot of money on my recommendation, and secondly, because I have a feeling the value of my gift isn't high enough. Nevertheless, Lily does seem to get somewhat awkward whenever the mention of money comes about. I hand the shopkeeper my present and the money for it in turn. He puts the cash into the register before busying himself with wrapping the doll and repeating the process on the chessboard. Eventually, he finishes the gift wrapping and hands us both our presents. Please be careful on your way back and do come again. Thanks.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
The store owner bows deeply to us as we leave.
Well, it did take us all day, but we found something in the end.
That we did. Now the presents are wrapped. Now that the presents are wrapped, I'm feeling a little impatient to give them to Hanako. It's a common reaction to buying gifts, wanting to see the reaction of the receiver as they discover what it is. Yeah, I kind of feel that. That's kind of how I am with when I'm making music covers. I get really impatient because I want everyone to see how it sounds. And I want to be able to see how everyone enjoys it or what they think. What you guys think. And a part of me wants to return to Hanako just to confirm her condition with my own eyes. So, should we head back?
We've done a lot of walking today, so I shan't mind taking a rest back at the dormitories.
Lily's right. Now that the need to find a shop is over, my legs are feeling quite tired. Well then, back to the school for us. I'm looking forward to resting for a bit too. Lily holds out her arm, and I link mine to hers. Together, we make our way back to the bus stop. Alright. I want this song though. Ooh. Well, we're not going to be listening to Muto's equations and formulas, as we are going to be ending this stream now. My throat is starting to give out. Let's head back to the other screen. Alright. Man, I had a wonderful time, honestly. That was really comfy. Thank you so much. I'm glad you had a great time, Ariel. Thank you for stopping by. Man. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see where this route continues to, because I definitely, there's, I believe, 4 acts for every route, so we're in the 3rd act, so things should be definitely start to pick up a bit. So I'm looking forward to it. I really can't describe how much I've been internally eyeing over this stream. This game makes me so happy. I love watching people experience it. I'm so glad you enjoyed the stream, Connor. That makes me, I'm very happy. And I am definitely enjoying Katawa Shoujo so much. It's such a fun game. I'm definitely gonna want to keep up with this game. So honestly, the next few streams I do, whenever I do get the time, will probably be more Katawa Shoujo, because I want to be able to finish off the Hanako Route and look into figuring out how I'm gonna do the rest of the other routes, since there is stuff I have seen already. So I'll definitely be trying to figure that out. As for streams in the future, my streams, I'm not gonna have a schedule, but I will be aiming to stream only on the weekends, just because during the week I'm gonna have classes, so it's going to be quite difficult to stream at any other time besides the weekends. Mainly morning or evening, depending on how I feel. Could be afternoon also, but we'll see. I played it when it first came out. The nostalgia was so strong tonight. Oh wow, really? Dang, I've known about this game for a while, but I only recently decided I'd finally play it. This was definitely one of the games I was actually looking forward to the most to streaming. Thanks for the stream show. Thank you, Sven, so much for showing up, and thank you, Neurochild, as well. Oh man, that was fun. So beyond stream updates, where if I stream, it'll be on the weekend, and I'll probably have a pretty short notice as to when I'm gonna be streaming, just because it's gonna be based on how I'm feeling for the day, what my workload is, etc, etc. Next cover to come out will be Envy Baby. I am working on getting the video for that, and when it is completed, I'll be setting up the premiere for the weekend, probably. I'm not sure what time yet, but please look forward to that. I'm aiming for January. It might be February, possibly early February, but my goal is January for a premiere. I've worked very hard on this cover. I'm so happy of how it sounds. I'm absolutely ecstatic over this cover, because it has been kind of hell for me trying to record this song. I have gone through so many takes. I think I honestly deleted probably over 300, 400, 500 recordings that I've done. It's been a lot. So please look forward to it. I am excited to share this cover with you guys. I definitely think it's going to be one of the crowning jewels of this year. Definitely, for sure. I'm doing my best to work on improving my production quality of all of my covers. So please look forward to that. I will I will do my best. And I thought I scrapped a lot to do. Yeah, it tends to be a lot. Generally, I mean, I think some of the shorter ones, maybe definitely under 100, maybe. Sometimes they can get to 100, but I think for some of my bigger projects, I tend to it can get to 200. But Envy Baby was just a lot of frustration, so it ended up having way more takes than normal. But yes, I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys, because I definitely made it special. It does have rap, so please, I can't wait to show you guys. But for now, I'm going to be ending the stream right here. Thank you to everyone who was able to show up. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I had a great time, and I hope I was able to brighten your day, even just a little bit. I hope all of you have a lovely morning, rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Tsume Shiro, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.